Hello, my name is Greg Sermons. My wife Judy and I have been in France for over 30 years now and been serving the Lord here. What I'd like to do in this short video is to answer a question dealing with the Greek financial crisis and the EU. But what I'm proposing is, if you have questions dealing with Europe that you'd like to know about things in Europe concerning maybe Bible prophecy and the end times, send me an email at answers@jesuschrist.coms, and I'll try to treat other questions in the future. But let's talk about the Greek crisis. The Greek crisis is something that you've heard about in the news these last few weeks. It's something that maybe you don't see the signification of what's going on behind the scenes. Well, understand there are 17 countries in Europe that share the euro, one common money. And the euro is, right now, it's been a strong money compared with the dollar. It's been, in my eyes, overvalued. But the euro is coming under attack because of the problems in Greece. Because Greece, as a socialistic country, they have overspent. And now with the economical downturn, they are unable to continue paying their debt. So the European countries have to come to their rescue in order to prevent the euro from going down any more than it already has. This graph illustrates over the last few months what the euro has done. Actually, the euro is at the lowest point it's been in over a year, and it's been going down. It's right now we're getting about 75 cents of a euro per dollar. It's about $1.25 to buy a euro, which is the lowest it's been in quite a while. But the European Union does not want the euro to go down too much, because then imports into Europe become more expensive, and this will cause more inflation than what they want to permit, even though I think we've had a lot more inflation than they're willing to tell us about. But anyway, the euro right now has been going down over these last few months. What are some of the practical implications of this plan that they've come up with to try to save the euro? They are trying to impose all sorts of measures on Greek, and there's also Spain, Italy, Portugal, and Ireland that are also in difficult situation that may follow what's going on in Greece. So the European countries have put about $1 trillion on the table in order to try to save the euro from going down too much, from losing its value. And there's also the IMF has come in, also the Federal Reserve. As a matter of fact, I read on the French news that President Nicolas Sarkozy actually threatened to pull France out of the euro if the Germans did not accept this plan that they've come up with. In other words, that's a lot of arm twisting and a lot of things going on behind doors, because it's very important for Europe to succeed that their money not lose its value. But what I'm understanding is that the nations are losing more and more of their sovereignty, the European nations, because of the Europe has a government, it has a president, it has a parliament, it has a court system, as well as the one European money. But understand that this is something that's giving precedent, and slowly the European countries are becoming more like the United States of Europe instead of simply a federation of European countries. Revelation chapter 17, verses 12 to 14, we read, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings." I can stop here just a moment. 10 kings, maybe it's talking about presidents, maybe it's talking about governments. I was struck when I read the introduction to the Maastricht Agreement that actually there's several of the countries, a number of the countries are represented by their royalty. Yes, kings and queens, the Queen of England, the King of Spain, the King of Belgium, as well as a number of others that are the diplomatic representatives of their respective countries. But let's continue. "Which have received no kingdom as yet." When the Apostle John, under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, wrote this passage, these countries did not exist as nations. but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast, 1 hour with the Antichrist, one short period. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. They're surrendering their power to the beast. And that's what I think is going on right now, is little by little they are surrendering their power to the European government, which will eventually be a one world government. These shall make war with the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is the Lord of lords and the King of kings, and they are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Yes, Jesus Christ will ultimately have the victory. We know this. But as we are approaching the end times, we need to be aware of what's going on, and we need to be actively involved in serving the Lord, being a witness, bringing the message of salvation through Christ, salvation by faith to a lost and dying world. This is what God has called us to do while we're waiting for His return to take us with Him. But anyway, this is a short thought, observation. Maybe you have questions. Maybe you agree with me or don't agree with me. Send me an email, answers@jesuschrist.com. That's .com.es. Send me your emails. Let me know what you think of this, and maybe you have other questions, and I'll try to treat them in future short videos that I'd like to put on Facebook or on the web, maybe on YouTube. But let me know. And pass this on if you find it interesting to others, on maybe your friends and the people that you may know that may be interested in being aware of what's going on. My wife Judy and I, we serve the Lord in France with Global Faith Mission Agency out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Thank you much. May the Lord bless. We are in Lille, France, serving the Lord in a local church and a Bible Institute. May the Lord bless. Thank you much.